I want to give you guys 3 important lessons that I've learned about money that's helped me grow my business to over 7 figures. Now, my name is Zach Colburn. I'm the founder and CEO of the Personal Trainers Business Incubator. And if you're a personal trainer, fitness coach, and you're looking to start an online coaching business and make money online, then click the link down below to learn a little bit more about our program and see if we can help you get this business off the ground. Over the years, I have embarked on a journey to become a millionaire. That's like what I've always wanted to do. When I graduated from high school, I was like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to get 9 to 5. I don't want to make 6 figures. I want to make 7 figures. I want to live the life I've always dreamed. I want to be a millionaire. Over the last 10 years, I have learned a lot about money, about investing, about saving, about business, and I want to share some of the biggest tips that I've learned along my journey that I wish I knew when I was first starting at 18 years old. Now, the first mistake that I made when it came to embark on this journey is I was more focused on saving and investing than I was on producing income. I was more focused on trying to become a millionaire based off of an investment portfolio versus trying to get my income game up. Now, I've heard this from many people before that there's really 3 games to wealth. There's income, there's investments, and then there's taxes. Those are the 3 games. I went straight to investments. I was stuck making minimum wage, saving a couple $100 every single month, investing into the S&P 500, waiting for the day I was to become a millionaire, when instead I should have been spending that money on other types of investments like education, skills, mentorship programs, so that way I can focus on getting my income game up. When you're first getting started, you're not gonna have that much resources to work with. Let's say that you have $5,000 or you have $10,000. You're not gonna become a millionaire by investing that $10,000 into the S&P 500 as you would become a millionaire or multimillionaire if you were to invest $1 million into the S&P 500. And so that's something I didn't understand. That $5,000 to $10,000 of initial startup costs would have been much better if I spent that money on courses, on coaches, on mentorship programs. I did that a little bit too late, which stunted my growth. I could have been making progress a lot faster had I done that earlier and got better use of my money rather than letting it sit in an account and accrue 10% every single year. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to spend money on increasing your income first and then spend what's left over. Now I'm in a place where our business is doing over 6 figures every single month, and I have more money than I know what to do with after I spend money on my living expenses, or I can save tens of thousands of dollars every single month into an investment portfolio that would actually make a significant difference. Now, when you're just getting started, spend that money you have on skills and mentorship, so that way you can focus on getting your income up. The second thing is I used to have a lot of scarcity mindset problems when it came to spending money. I used to always resist spending money. I mean, I still have this problem. Like, I don't like going out to eat just because it's not that I don't enjoy the experience, it's just that I just don't like spending money. So I don't like spending money frivolously in places I don't have to. However, you do have to spend money in order for you to live, in order for you to deal with bullshit that's coming up in life, and also in order for you to get ahead in life. And so a mantra that I've said to myself is spend money on what you have to, right? This means that like you have to pay for gas, you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for groceries, you have to pay for your car battery when that thing goes out, you have to pay for an oil change, you gotta pay fucking fees on airplanes when you're trying to sneak on a carry-on. Things in life that are just gonna come at you, that are just gonna chip away at your money. Those are things that you can't really stress over, and that used to bother me so much. I used to try to resist that stuff so much, and it just created a lot of stress in my life. And so I created the mantra that said spend on what you have to, meaning that like, you know, hey, if you're going on trips and you gotta spend money on food, you gotta spend money on food. Spend it where you have to. Like, that's what money's there for. The next piece is save what you can, right? So if you made $3,000 and you had $2,000 in expenses, you have $1,000 left over, try to save as much as you can. Don't just go out and blow it on stupid stuff because you have it. Save what you can. And if you're trying to maximize your savings, then spend money on what we have to, save what you can, and be happy with what's left over. That's the part that I always got to, is be happy with what's left over. There's people out there that are losing money every single month, that are not able to save $1. And so if you're able to save $500, be happy with that. You're at least making progress in the game of some sort. And you can spend that $500 on a course or mentorship program that will actually help you increase your income, which will help you save more, and be happy with what's left over. But those are the 3 mantras that I always say at the end of the month. Spend what you have to, save what you can, be happy with what's left over. That really helps me kind of just become grateful for what's left over at the end of the month. Now, the last thing is spending money on employees. I was in a conversation with a student the other day, and we were talking about hiring a closer, and I was telling her that because the fitness coaching, business model, the cash up front can be low, you're gonna wanna pay them some sort of a base. It doesn't have to be a huge base, but just something to give them a little bit of cushion, because this person's coming to work for you. You need to pay them a reasonable salary. I suggested $1,000 base, and she goes, it's gonna take 5 calls closed a month just to justify paying her $1,000. And I said, you're not trying to justify her paying $1,000 on the amount of income that she brings in. You have to justify the amount of time that she's gonna save you. You're not just paying for someone to make an income for you, you're paying to get your time back. And I told her this, I said, don't think about it as you're spending $1,000 on this person to create an income for yourself. Think about you're spending $1,000 to buy back 10 to 15 hours a week. And I told her, with an extra 10 to 15 hours every single week, do you think that you can make more than $1,000 a month? That's where the justification comes in. So spending money on employees isn't the ROI the employee actually produces. That is a benefit, yes, but the real benefit is the amount of time that you're gonna save that you're able to reinvest back into the business. And I told her, if with an extra 10 to 15 hours a week, that's an extra 40 plus hours a month, do you think you'd be able to make an extra $1,000? And she goes, yeah, of course. I said, if you cannot make an extra $1,000 with all of that time back, you're doing something wrong. And if you can't make an extra $1,000 with that extra time, then yes, it is worth taking all those calls yourself. But you have to think about it as, you're not trying to justify the price as what she'd be able to bring it in, but it's based off of what you're able to produce with your own time, buying your time back. So those are 3 tips about money that I wish I knew when I was a little bit earlier. They've helped me out a ton this year, and I hope they help you guys out as well. If you guys are interested in more, you can check me out on Instagram. It's gonna be ZAKKCOLBURN. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.